It's shocking. I never one time in my life considered I'd have a foundation. A nonprofit, I didn't even exactly know what that was, what it took. I'm really nobody. I'm just a person with no training with a camera. I photographed my own kids, and people liked what I did and started asking me to shoot for them. And I have a business with no listed phone number and no advertising. And I have so much support and so many clients, it's shocking. Great, great people in this community. And I was just trying to do a little thing. I still am just trying to do a little thing that might make a difference and offer a little comfort in a situation like it is the worst nightmare any parent can face. So it doesn't seem like it's any more than anybody would do. And for some reason, it's just supposed to be me. The first shoot I ever did, I got a call from one of my regular clients about 12 years ago, I think. And a client wanted to hire me to meet this family and photograph their son who had Tay-Sachs. It was Joey, who we call the angel baby. And I said, okay. You know, not ever having been around a child like that, you're just wondering. And I drive out to Mercer Island and I knock on the door and I see this child and I fall for him big time. And I think that child is one of the most beautiful children I've ever seen, and I love this family, and we are friends ever since. I met my sister-in-law before I met my husband. And Sally had one daughter that we adore, and then 21 months later was due to deliver her second daughter. And I got a phone call that you never want to get, that she had died full term in utero. And I called Sally at the hospital and I said I would do anything she wanted me to do. And she said, actually, she called back later and said the social worker thinks that even though Lainey didn't live, that they should have some photos. Would I come and take them? And I don't know why, but when I left group health that day, I remember being on the street and thinking, if I can do this for my niece, I can do it for anybody. Charlotte's mom had seen something on the news and called up and asked, and I could tell in a heartbeat this was going to be somebody special. And that's the way the specialness of some of the images aren't even just the images, but that friendship that I have with these, with the families that I have the pleasure of getting to know. Can you imagine how many people ask me or say to me, I couldn't do what you do, it'd be too hard? That makes me a little angry. I am no stronger than anybody else, and anybody could do a small kindness if they want to. I have nothing extra about me that makes me do that. But I don't really know that you can answer exactly how you do it. It's just that when it's the right thing, it would be almost ridiculous not to do it. You wouldn't be honoring whatever that is out there that it keeps putting in front of you, this opportunity to do a little something. One that you guys had pointed out in there, Sydney with the brain tumor. When I met her, she and Francisco came to me at the same time, and they were the first ones I did that were old enough to understand their own demise. It got close to the end of Sydney's life. It was Christmas time last year, and I invited her over here to do an art project with me. And when I met her, she could still walk and talk, and by that time she was in like a cart, not exactly a wheelchair, and she was speaking through a message board, and we did this art project together on December 23rd, and she died on February 1st. And they asked me to speak at Sydney's funeral. And I haven't been able to go back to another funeral since. Thank you. Your gift to all of us. Oh, sweetest girl. I try to remember to thank everybody who has written about us or done a piece that's been viewed anywhere, because people have portrayed it so wonderfully and so kindly that that's why they'll let me in a hospital room, maybe right when the child is taking their last breath. And you might not really think you'd ever want to do it, but once you do it and you understand that sort of blessed place that somebody's inviting you into, the hardest place they're ever going to go, and if they welcome you in, you know you're going to find the strength to go do what they need you to do. That's been one of the hardest things at Foundation, is for people to understand that it's okay. The child really has hope of living. That if you agree to photos, it doesn't mean the end of anything. Unfortunately, sometimes it is. A quote that Zelda Fitzgerald that says, "No one has measured how much a human heart can hold." And I make a joke about that now and say, I'm like the test gauge here. So 50, you know, can you open your heart to 50 beautiful families, knowing full well that there's hope for some, but certainly not all. So can you do that every year? I don't know yet. And I have somebody new volunteering that we may hire one day a week, and that's what I was telling her today, and I tell everybody. If you honor these families first, and you always put them as the priority, we're not going to have to worry that much about funding or support, because it will come. You do the right thing, and the right things will happen. So that's really the foundation.
Hopefully I'll get to meet her parents this weekend.
Daddy-o.
Daddy's here?
What?
Oh,
Smart Alex.
Eisenheimer.
Oh.